Shalom, praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakal Kadash, double honors unto the apostles and elders, great millstone who rule well, and shalom to the overall elect. This video, I'll get a title for it when I upload it, but I'm going to start off, I'm going to break this down, Hebrews 4, where this is basically dealing with the power of words, okay? Because words are powerful, alright? You know, let me read this and I'll go into break it down. For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of the soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. Okay, so now I said words are powerful. Now, you know how you know words are powerful? It's because apostles gave this example, and I'll harp on it. Basically, a man, you got men out there that if a woman denies them, basically if they see an attractive woman, approach them, try to get with them or whatever, say you're beautiful, like what's your name, da 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 da, and they deny it, they say, I'm not feeling you, you're ugly or something like that. That'll devastate them. Okay, and that's what a lot of men believe is gonna happen, so they don't approach a lot of women, because that's the power of words generally, alright? And as women, same way. They don't want to get denied by certain men, so they don't even they do a runner before that can even happen, alright? But more so, I deal with the point of the men. So that shows you what words in general are powerful. But this scripture, Hebrews 4 and 12, it says, for the word of the Most High is quick. So it's saying that, Lord, these words that basically make up the covenant of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, being a word known as the Bible, basically is quick and powerful, so it's even stronger than that of the average words when they're put together to insult someone. These words are greater, alright, of greater power, okay? And that's why, how do we know they're even more powerful? Is because that's why you got scoffers, man. You got scoffers out there, okay, that basically, they've heard the word and they got cut heavily in the spirit, and made it a full-time job to basically talk ill about the Most High power and his word, okay? Because those words have broke through in accordance with these scriptures, all right? This verse we're reading, but I want to, on that point that I just mentioned, I want to read the scripture. It's Jeremiah 5 and 14. So therefore thus saith the Lord, power of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, they said this word, all right? Being the Bible in its complete form. It says, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people wood, and it shall devour them. So basically, when these words are spoken through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, when it rests upon a true prophet of the Most High power, he's gonna make anyone that hears his words into wood, so that the fire of this word can basically cut them and burn them appropriately. And that's why it says this, for the word of the Most High is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword. So there's no sword. I don't care if those Japanese back in the day, you had, Jake and Ammon and whatnot, that basically had, were great craftsmen, blacksmiths in the design of samurai swords. They couldn't make a sword as sharp as this word, alright? Piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit. This sword, this word, it doesn't go into your flesh. It goes into your spirit, okay? And that's what this is. It's a spiritual sword, because the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but spiritual, okay? And that's why it tells you what our sword is it tells you this word is our sword in accordance with Ephesians, the 6th chapter, okay? And of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. So even when you deal with this word correctly, basically part of the power as well that you have is the ability to discern spirits, all right, and to understand where people are going when they say certain things, because the Lord has opened your mind to this word, so you can line them up correctly to give them that decisive cut, man. All right. So this word ain't no joke. This word ain't no joke, okay? And that's why you had in times past a good example is Stephen, man, when he spoke the words of this prophecy, when he spoke to the congregation at the time in the nation of Israel, what happened, man? He gnashed their teeth upon him and stoned him, and then set his garments before Saul at that time, okay? And that was all because he used the word, all right? And that's why it says in Galatians 4:16 that basically, because I tell you, have I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? So this truth is powerful, man. All right. So and that's why another thing to be understood is that the adding and taking away of the word. What does it do? It basically, when you add and take away from the word, you're diluting the strength and power of the word. And ultimately, if you dilute it, I mean, 99 point, if you take 0.00001% of the truth, what you are basically doing, blood clot. What you are basically doing is excuse me, man. What you're basically doing is taking the strength from the word, and you're making it then doesn't become the truth. So then it not being the truth makes it a lie, all right? So you lose all power and force within the word. That's why I'm going to read this. Right now I'm actually at work, man, so, it's a work call. But just give me a moment. John 14:23, Yahushua answered and said unto him, if a man love me, he will keep my words, and my Father will love him, and he will come unto him and make our abode with him. Alright, so if a man loves the Most High, if you love Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahushua B'Hashem, Rakah Kadash, you're going to keep the words. And by keeping the words, that means 100% truth. And that goes back to the law of Deuteronomy 4:2. It says, look, if you keep my words, you got to keep the words. And there's a curse that goes forth if you don't keep the words, which basically is written in the book of Deuteronomy 28. That's the reason why we're in the predicament that we're in, because we went off basically, right? We didn't follow the word in its whole form, all right? He that loveth me not keepeth not my sayings, and the word which ye hear is not mine, but the Father's which sent me, all right? So these are the words of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Hashem El Shai. And we'll show you the gravity of that, because this is the reason you need to know these things. It's Revelations 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the earth to try them that dwell upon the earth. So the hopeful elect, as we are in this point in time, we being part of the hopeful elect, our thing is to keep these words, keep the word of the patience, keep this word in accordance with truth, so that we can pass through the hour of temptation, basically. So, Lord willing, Lord will keep us, man, and hopefully we'll be delivered, for enduring unto the end. So with that, man, I pray you're edified. Shalom.